The Big Ten Conference is about to become filthy, stinking rich. Let's talk about it. What is up, college sports fans, fellow members of Mountaineer Nation? This is Couz, and welcome in to yet another edition of Couz's Corner. We're here. We do nothing but pour you shots of top shelf, not bottom shelf, but top shelf college football content. If you like that kind of content, please hit that red subscribe button for me. If you haven't yet, please give me the thumbs up on this video if you like it. And heck, if you think it sucks, give me the thumbs down button. Please leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think about this new Big Ten media deal, which is what I'm getting ready to talk about. Join the channel by hitting the join button right below. Become a member of Couz's Corner. There's perks that go with that. You can check all that out by hitting the button. Let's get on with the show. Okay. According to a report by Dennis Dodd at CBSSports.com, the Big Ten is expecting to sign a brand new media deal, grant of rights deal, by the end of May. So, folks, by Labor Day weekend, we may know how much money the Big Ten is going to be raking in each year. And get this, folks, you'll never guess how much this media deal is going to be worth.
$100 billion.
No, it's not quite $100 billion, but I will tell you, it's a lot. It's $1 billion. And that's not $1 billion over the length of the contract either, folks. That is $1 billion annually for the conference. To put that in perspective, right now, they're in the midst of a 6-year deal that's worth $2.74 billion out for the whole length of the contract, which comes out to about $31.5 million per team. Well, this $1 billion deal is going to be about $71 million per team per year. I mean, that is just insane money right there. I can't even fathom. I can't comprehend that kind of money. Wouldn't even be able to count it. But that's the kind of money the Big Ten's looking at right now. It will by far be the biggest deal any conference has ever signed. Now, the length of the contract or what they're talking about has not been disclosed or not been mentioned in this article. That they're probably still negotiating that, I would imagine. And also, what Kevin Warren does not know yet is it going to be a deal exclusively with Fox? Are they going to split it between Fox and ESPN? Or are they going to split it with other suitors as well, like Amazon or Apple or Turner Networks, which is TNT, or NBC or CBS? Some of these other networks that might want a piece of the pie. All of that's yet to be determined, but Kevin Warren says he's going to do what's in the best interest of the conference, obviously. I want to go over kind of the pros and cons of this deal. First, the cons. And let me preface this by saying, look, I have no issue at all with college athletes getting paid for their name, image, and likeness. I think they deserve it. I don't think people should be selling jerseys and things with their names and numbers on it without them getting a piece of the pie, especially with the kind of money these schools are bringing in. But when you start more than doubling the kind of money these schools and these programs are going to be bringing in, the players are going to want more of that money, and rightfully so. However, that's going to could potentially create even more chaos in NIL, in the transfer portal, and all these other things that we talk about, and some of us say are ruining the game. That's going to get even crazier when you start seeing these kind of deals floating around out there. So that's the one con I see to it. But the pro, the high demand that this proves there is for college sports. People want to watch live college sports, especially college football. There's a huge demand for it right now. Were that not the case, these networks and these streaming services would not be offering this kind of money to the conferences for these games and for these deals. I also think it's a pro for the other Power 5 conferences, and heck, maybe all the conferences. Because if there's this much of a demand for the sport and for live sports in general, then I think the other conferences will also increase their revenue on their next TV deal. The Pac-12's next in line. Their current deal runs out in 2024. The Big 12's deal runs out in 2025. Of course, the ACC's deal doesn't run out until 2036. And the SEC actually just recently signed a new deal. But looking at the Big 12 specifically, me being a West Virginia fan, I want to look at the Big 12 specifically. There's been a lot of talk that their revenue could plummet after losing Texas and Oklahoma, and maybe it still will. However, if there's this much demand for live sports, maybe the Big 12 won't take a bath on the revenue front. Maybe they'll be able to salvage what they're making. Heck, who knows? Maybe they get even more than what they're making right now per team, even with Texas and Oklahoma leaving. Now, that might be a stretch. But, folks, if the Big 10 is more than doubling the revenue without adding any teams, then maybe the Big 12 won't lose money. They probably won't gain a whole lot, but I don't think they'll lose anything because of the high demand and where the market is right now for live college sports. Well, folks, I want to hear in the comments section what you think about this mega deal the Big Ten is getting ready to potentially sign. Do you think this is good for the game? Do you think it's bad for the game? And what do you think, if you're a Big 12 fan, what do you think this means for the Big 12 down the road? And does this mean that maybe, just maybe, they will be able to make more money or at least hold course? Or do you still think they're going to lose money and go backwards in revenue? I want to hear your thoughts. Let me know in the comments. Also, folks, check out all the links in my description box if you want to support me financially. There's links to Fanatics where you can buy your favorite team apparel, links to Amazon where you can do the same, or memorabilia as well there. It won't change your shopping experience at all. The link only gets you into the website easier, and you do not have to buy the product shown. If you use the link, it just gets you into the website. And also, if you're an online gambler, there's a link to BetUS in my description as well. If you use that link and promo code JOIN125, you will get a 125% bonus on your very first bet. So be sure to check that out for your online betting, even your online gambling if you like to play blackjack or whatever. Don't forget about the channel memberships by hitting the join button right below. If you don't want to do any of that and you want to support me for free, all you've got to do, hit that red subscription button or that red subscribe button, hit that thumbs up, and leave those comments. All that helps me out. And share this out with your college sports loving friends, because if you like this content, there's a good chance they will too. I really appreciate you tuning into this video, and until next time, Q Country Roads.